Obviously, this isn't going to be the same as if you go to like a professional person, but the title of the video was at home DIY. I have a really big fear that I will just lose a whole brow. Really, it's just like, if I think I can do something and it will save me from going outside and save me money, I'll most likely do it. To be honest, I'm scared. We're gonna do another maintenance weekend because it's so fun being a woman in 2025 and trying to save money in this economy. But hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ariana. I don't leave my house and I love to film it. Like I said, this weekend is gonna be all about doing all my normal maintenance things. We're gonna wax the pits, we're gonna do our nails. If I'm lucky, I might get a pedicure. I'm hoping so today. And we're gonna shave our face, tweeze our brows. I'm already tired just listening to those 5 things. So we're gonna start with the waxing, and I've done this on my channel before. I think I'll maybe talk a little bit about how to do it. I'm not an expert, but I have this kit. I'll put it on the screen. I have this kit from Amazon, and it's basically like a student starter kit for people who are actually like learning how to wax and things like that. If you're brave, you could also use this for your brows and your mustache and like anywhere else, but I'm not brave. I don't want to put hot wax in my face. I have a really big fear that I would just lose a whole brow, and my brows paint my face and my face is important, so we're not going to do that. So I'm only brave enough to wax my pits, and I really keep putting it off, and I kind of always have to like hype myself up. It's honestly not too bad if you want to do it yourself. You just have to remember to apply the wax in the direction that your hair grows, and then you pull in the opposite. So for me, I always apply the wax going up because that's the way my hair grows, and I will always pull down because you are supposed to pull the opposite. And I've learned my lesson to not do this after I work out. So I haven't worked out today, so my arms should be fine. My plan was to do this again after Pilates tomorrow, and I just remember my arm being in such pain. So we're not gonna do that. Everyone say hello to Hello Kitty. I put her there. The wax has been warming up for like 2 hours or so. I put it on high and then I turn the heat down so it's not like super hot. Let's do this. Even though I don't really think it hurts. I think a bikini wax hurts. I think even tweezing my eyebrows maybe hurts a little bit more. I think what psychs me out is that you just literally have to be brave enough to pull, which I think is something people would struggle with, but it's like you have to like get over that mental block. Always when I'm filming, people want to text me. Too many group chats I'm in. Anyways, so you really have to start cleaning off whatever deodorant or anything you have on your pits, because if there's too much product buildup, then the wax like can't attach to the hair. So I have deodorant on my pits, and I literally just use baby wipes. Like these are Pampered baby wipes, and I will wipe the deodorant off. Using some baby wipes. And the reason I started waxing was because I have pretty bad eczema, and especially like the skin around my armpit it's not like rashy, but it is dry. Instead of irritating my skin by shaving and having to like constantly shave, I started going to like a wax place, and then I felt like it was stupid to pay them $20 every time I wanted to do that when I could just do it myself and not have to have the anxiety of going somewhere and having a woman wax my pits. Really, it's just like, if I think I can do something and it will save me from going outside and save me money, I'll most likely do it. And then the kit I actually got have some like preparation things. This is like a cleanser, so pretty similar to the baby wipes. You can put this on your pits, and I probably will. And then the powder dries it out. I don't know if you can see that. So I will put the cleanser on. Yeah, so you put the cleanser on first, and then you pat it dry, and then put the powder. I literally just use my hands. I'll probably need a towel. It is a 3-day weekend this weekend, and I'm so excited just to get some rest. I'm not going anywhere because in this economy with these bills, that's why I'm waxing myself. To dry it, you kind of just want to like clean off any product. So like if you were gonna take a shower and just like not put any deodorant or anything like that on your pits, you'd be good to go. And hello to this terrible tan line that I can't fix because I got sunburned. Love that for me. So I have the sticks, the wax is over there, and then these are what do you call them, like muslin epilating strips. You can get these beauty store, Amazon, wherever. I like the big ones and I just cut them up into smaller pieces. The hard part is keeping your arm up, and that's why if you do this after you work out, it's really hard. And when you go get yourself waxed, you're fortunately lying down, so it's not too bad. I took some wax, spun it around the stick, and applied it. Just like that. I do a 1, 2, 3 in my head, and to be clear, that was half of it. That wasn't the whole thing. Tiny sticks suck. Order the bigger ones. I've been rewatching The Bear. The reason you have to like use a separate stick every time you're dipping into the wax is you don't want to double dip and like put whatever bacteria is on your armpit or your hair back into your wax pot. It's just like a sanitary thing. Maybe it doesn't matter so much if it's just yours, but I don't know, I would rather just keep it clean. Okay, and then the kit came with this wax remover. Oh, that removed all the sticky sensation. And wipe it all off. Oh, now I can go out now. And there is this hair minimizer that came with the kit. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure how effective this is. Well, my right side is always harder just because I have to apply the wax with my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand. So I always struggle a little bit more on this side. Yeah, I've been trying to do research into like a place to get my brows done. To be honest, I'm scared. Half pit. Done. This part is always really hard because it's right where the fold of my armpit is, like my joint. I don't know, that was a good pull. I would say I have like a 90% success rate in terms of like how much hairs I clear, which for a self-taught person, not terrible. That is part 1 of my at-home maintenance routine. And I think when you wax your pits, it should last about a month or so, depending on like how fast your hair grows, obviously. I want to say getting my pits waxed is probably like $20 something. And then with tip and tax and things like that, $30. But then I always have to account for in my schedule when I can go. Do they have an appointment for me? Finding parking in the place that I like to go in is really difficult. I just don't want to deal with it. When I do it myself here at home, it's just easier. And so it says like I've been filming for 36 minutes. But I have been talking a little bit during that time. So it wasn't the whole 36 minutes. Maybe it was anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes of like actual waxing time. Now you're supposed to let your wax cool and then put it away when it's cold. Hello from Post Pilates. We're gonna do our daily skincare with a little bit of extra exfoliation, face masking, face shaving. I kind of think of it as a way to like DIY my own facial. Obviously, this isn't going to be the same as if you go to like a professional person, but the title of the video was at home DIY. I have very sensitive, dry skin, and I had really bad eczema as a kid, so naturally I kind of go towards super gentle, hydrating skincare. First, this, I don't think I'll ever use any other face wash than this. This is the La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. I don't even know how many times I've repurchased this. I use this every day. Sometimes I wash my face more than once a day. Like if I work out, like if I wash my face in the morning and then I work out super late at night or whatever, I use this. For some gentle exfoliation, I really like the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. Even though it says daily, I don't like to exfoliate daily because I already have dry skin, so I think I don't want to like over exfoliate. They have a gentler version of this. I can't find it right now, but it's like a blue bottle that looks just like this, and it's like an oatmeal exfoliant. I personally like this one because it's a little bit like rougher and I kind of need a little bit more exfoliating. At least once or twice a week I can use this. To shave your face, you could use any face oil. I just choose this because I trust this brand. It's relatively inexpensive. You could get these anywhere. Beauty store, TJ Maxx, Target, Amazon. Little like face razors. They have some that are sharper than this, but I have definitely cut my face on them before. And we are just gonna go for it. I mean, this isn't like a full like dermaplaning situation where if you go to a professional, they have a sharper blade and it actually like exfoliates the layer of your skin at the top. I'm sure it exfoliates a little bit, but I don't have that kind of blade. Don't really trust myself to handle it. Because like I said, I've cut my face before. And mainly I do this because, well, it helps your products lay on better. And there you have it. I mean, you probably don't notice a difference on camera, but I notice a difference for sure. Especially in my stash area. Don't really like having a mustache, it's not cute. Oh. We have hydrating toner pads. These are the Round Lab hydrating toner pads. You could use anything to wipe the oil off your face, like cotton pad, towel, whatever. I like the toner pads. Same mask I use every week. Beauty of Joseon ground rice and honey. Yes, this is like both exfoliating and hydrating. It smells like oatmeal, which is what I love to comment. I use a little spoon because I don't want to stick my hand in there. And then I put it on the back of my hand all the product I can get. I am gonna try spreading it with my hands first and then using the silicone brush. Yeah, I guess I think sometimes social media really like pushes certain narratives about how your life should be or look like, especially at my age. Sometimes I think I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I don't like that. Because I should just be trying to keep up with like what I want in life. But yeah, sometimes I have these thoughts that like my life really doesn't look like a lot of other people's life. I'm not traveling all the time. I don't have this luxury apartment that costs way too much money, and I don't know. It's dumb. It's dumb to feel that way about materialistic things. I understand that. That doesn't mean that I am not prone to those feelings. I'm thinking way too much about a lot of things. I'm gonna watch an episode of The Bear. We'll be back and we'll finish this skincare routine. We are back. Face mask is washed off. Hyaluronic acid. Pretty cheap purchase. I think it's like $10, honestly. There are more expensive ones on the market. Retinol eye cream. Also Beauty of Joseon. I put a little on my ring finger. And I spread it. And I just kind of go in. Shoot. I forgot to ice roll. 1 second. I'm tired. I'm a little hangry right now. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ice rolling helps with the puffiness, inflammation. I do this when I put the serums on, just to like really rub it in, make it soak in on my skin. We're just gonna hydrate. This is also one of my favorite moisturizers, specifically in the jar. I don't know why, but if you get it in the tube, the formula is different. Can't explain. Etude Hydro Barrier Cream. And then while this moisturizer is still soaking in, I gua sha a bit because it makes it, because it's like pretty smooth on my face. Love wash all glides. The first eye cream I had was more to like treat the wrinkles and dark patches under my eye. This is more just like a brightening eye cream, more cosmetic if you will. Repurchased this a million times. And the tip is like really cooling, so if my eyes are puffy, this also helps. It's more like a brightening eye cream. So this is definitely more like cosmetic wise. Doesn't really treat anything under your eye, which is why I got the other one, because they do two different things. And then I'm low-key obsessed with sunscreens. I have 3 right now, 4 if you count the spray, which is just a little extra thing. This is also pretty good for dry skin and it's hydrating. And it's SPF 60. I think this one just can get a little greasy. And then I also have an SPF lip balm, but that is pretty much my daily skincare. Like all of the steps from the serums to the sunscreen is pretty much my daily skincare. I use that every day. When I wash my hair, I use a leave-in conditioner. This is also heat protectant, so if I wanted to blow dry, which I probably will later, it just kind of helps my hair not be super dry, which I discovered was a thing only recently. These products do work for my skin really well. They make me feel good. Like, I'm not going to put on makeup today, but I feel like if I have like pretty good skincare and like clear, hydrated, glowy skin, not inflamed, I'm winning in life, okay? We're gonna eat lunch and then do our nails because I'm getting hangry. So I'll see you when we're ready to do our nails. Welcome to Ari's Nail Salon. This is my own kit that I purchased myself with just things that I thought were really good quality and worth putting on my hands. Every good manicure starts with cuticle care, and if you want like the simplest, safest way to do things, you could just get a wooden cuticle pusher like I just showed and just push your cuticles all the way down. So I started by doing that, and then I actually put cuticle remover and use a metal cuticle pusher to then further push extra cuticles like all the way down. If you are brave, you can use like a cuticle nipper to cut the little excess at the bottom, but my fear with doing that is that you could actually cut yourself, cut your skin, and you just don't want to do that. It's painful, and then you don't want the chemicals and bacteria and things to get in there as well. So just to be safe, if you're a beginner, I would just start by pushing back your cuticles. Then it's super important to have some kind of UV protection before you put your hand in the UV gel, because it's basically like putting your hand in a tanning bed. I use all D&D products, so I'm starting here with the base gel. And then after that was done curing, I repeated the same process with the color. I chose Crocus Lavender from D&D, 2 coats of that, and then you move on to the top gel. I was gonna put chrome before this, and then I was just like, it's fine on its own. So I repeated the process with the top gel, and I've discovered that it's actually better to cure at least 2 minutes with this particular formula. And then I always end every manicure with some cuticle oil. I have very dry hands, so it's important to me to do that. And then I apply some hand cream, really give myself the whole experience. And here is the final product. Thank you for watching.